what's up, guys?
What's up, Vicente? How are you?
Good, good.
Good stuff. This is a rematch, but do you believe this fight has any relevance to the first fight, or are you guys just completely different now?
Man, it's hard to tell, but I prefer to forget that first fight because it was a short notice. You know, I fought 2 minutes. That was it. And if I look at that fight and think about it, I'm going to underestimate Bilal. And that's something I cannot do because he has evolved. He has, great wins. So, yeah, I prefer to forget that first fight.
Is it kind of cool seeing that both of you guys back then, it was a prelim, and now here you are some years later, you're both main event, and, you're both nice guys. So is it kind of cool to see how you both have grown?
Yeah, man, I think it's awesome, and I think it's the right moment for this rematch because both of us have worked so hard. We have evolved so much and pick up great wins on the way to this fight. So, yeah, I think it's the perfect timing for the rematch. And it's a big fight, in the welterweight division, so it's awesome.
On paper, it would sort of seem like grappling versus your striking, right? Is that how you see the fight, or do you think there's a middle ground here that it could take place in?
Yeah, I do see it as a grappling, versus striking, but I think that the middle ground is both of us can do everything. He can strike and I can grapple. So I think that, if he goes in there just to try to control me, he might be in danger on the floor. So he's going to have to strike. But at the same time, if I go in there just to strike and forget about grappling, I'm going to be in trouble because I'm going to be controlled. So I think it's going to be a real MMA fight, and both of us are ready for everything. And I know that I am. I can see myself either knocking him out or submitting him because that's the kind of pace I bring to every single fight I am in.
It's a funny division, the welterweight division, right? Because it's sort of been the same names at the top of the division who kind of don't fight everybody. But now it seems like we have a fresh couple of guys coming up. Do you think you and Bilal are perhaps the most underrated people in this division?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that, both of us together with Leon Edwards for a while, finally he's getting his shot. I think that, I don't know, we're not that much of, trash talkers. We're just hard workers. We go in there, but we fight, especially me. I'm always in there to fight and to put on a good fight. So, yeah, we are under the radar a little bit, but I think that this Saturday, I can show everybody, as I've been showing on my last fights, what I bring to this division and why I should be fighting for the title soon.
It's an interesting fight, right, because it has title implications. But, of course, last week we had a great fight between Khamzat and Gilbert. I'm curious, did you see that fight, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, I definitely watched that fight. I had a lot of fun. I'm a big brother with Gilbert, so I wasn't happy with the outcome at the end. I thought it was much closer than what the judges said. I don't think it was unanimous, but well, everybody sees different fights. And yeah, right now I'm excited that we got a new guy in the top 5, a guy that has proven now that he is ready to be in the top 5. And eventually maybe we're going to fight, Khamzat. And I don't know, maybe there's going to be the rematch, him and Gilbert. We're going to see, but I think it's an exciting style. He brings an exciting style.
It's funny, right, because some people are saying, oh, see, like he didn't just smash Gilbert, so he's not actually that good. But I think everyone who follows the sport knows just how good Gilbert is. So are you more or less impressed with Khamzat after that fight?
I think, now we can see who he really is. And he's a tough guy because guys that are fighters, we don't buy that story and that hype. Oh, he's going to come in and dominate the division. I actually thought he was going to have, a really, really hard time and maybe be finished by Gilbert. And he was able to survive and put Gilbert in danger. So I think that, yeah, it was, I was surprised. And definitely now I know that, yeah, he's tough. He can go in there and fight. But, yeah, we got to see more from him. I think it's one fight. We got to see him against other guys still.
What do you think of him versus Colby?
That's an interesting one, him and Colby. Colby is I don't know, he can grind guys out, and definitely that would be a 5-rounder. So I think it would be much tougher for Khamzat, but we'll see. I don't know. I still want to see more of him.
Yeah. With your own title aspirations, I think if Khamzat wasn't there, then the winner of this fight would probably be next in line for the title, but he has so much hype around him, it's kind of hard to say. Do you think this is the one with the performance on Saturday that gets you the title shot, or do you think, okay, maybe one more after this?
I don't know, man. I think that the big thing is for me to get a big performance on Saturday. It's not going there and just secure a win. I got to get a big one. And from there, we could see maybe I could jump straight to the title if, depending on what goes on in the division. But I'm a fighter. I love to fight. So if I need one more, I'll be ready. And I'll fight anybody up there, So Khamzat, Colby, whoever they want to put in front, we'll see. But first, I got to go past Bilal. If not, there's not after that,
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
So depending on how the outcome of this Saturday, does that make the decision of who you're going to be calling out at the end? If you go out there and put on a fantastic performance and get a finish, do you feel like you're going to ask for a title shot, or do you want to immediately just say, hey, give me that winner of Colby and Khamzat if that happens?
Man, I don't know. That's something that all my call-outs are always kind of at the heat of the moment. So right now I cannot say who is gonna be, but definitely the outcome of the fight is gonna make a difference in what I feel at that moment and what I feel like I deserve. If I go out there and just am as dominant as I think I can be, maybe the title fight is what makes sense, and maybe the fans are gonna have my back on that. But we'll see. We'll see Saturday night for sure.
And one last one about the Gilbert-Khamzat fight. If that fight had went 2 more rounds, how do you think the outcome of that fight would have happened? Do you think it would have been the same outcome, or do you think Gilbert would have been able to grind him out in those last 2 rounds?
I definitely see Gilbert grinding him out. Gilbert has been to those 5 rounds. He has been through fights like that, and I know that he has it in him. Khamzat, he is tough, but he hasn't been to 5 rounds yet. So I think that would definitely made a difference in favor of Gilbert.
And then I guess lastly, what does it mean to you that the UFC reaches out and makes you the main event for this event, showing their belief in your skills and what you guys bring to a fight? What does that mean for you?
I think it's awesome. I feel like my work is being recognized, and I've been putting on great fights, and I know the fans want to watch me fight. I know that fans know whenever I step in there, it's not going to be a boring fight. And I think the UFC, recognizes that now and puts me as a main event because of my capability to bring on the fans to watch me and support me.
Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, thanks, guys.